Hello, my friends. As we approach a new semester in the Old Testament on Canvas, I wanted to share some thoughts and best practices on how you might communicate with your students and bless them in their efforts. When you log on to Canvas, you're going to see your home page, and right underneath it is a link to every class for the whole semester. One thing to remember is every week, Canvas will automatically publish the week's content. And so when a student comes in, they can click on that week's. The first thing they're going to see is questions and conversations. There's no longer a discussion board in each class assignment, but rather there's an overarching discussion board for the week. And while that can be a great place for general comments, questions, activities, etc., it does take away the opportunity for a teacher to communicate directly with the student about that class and those assignments. And especially, you'll notice, in order to assist with buffering time and simplicity, each lesson is now one page. It's one document that you scroll through instead of click through. Well, that's awesome for buffering and simplicity. It does take away the opportunity for students to respond to each assignment or question or writing prompt on each page. Instead, the way this is designed, a student would go through every time that they get a question, they would write it on a separate document, and at the end, they would have to upload that separate document into the program, and then teachers would have to go through and download every student document in order to read it and grade it. Not only is that a struggle for internet speed and capacity, but it also removes the opportunity for teachers to respond to the student in the assignment itself, to give feedback, to give praise, to give thoughts, whatever it might be. So we have a suggestion on how you might approach your Canvas class this year. Here in Canvas, you have your inbox or email option. When you start an email, under select course, you can pick favorite courses, and here's going to be all your classes. Most likely, you're only going to have one class. Once you choose a class, you then have this option under the to. If you click on this little button here, you can do all in this class, or you can even just click here and pick all in students. And so you've now picked every single student in that class. So again, let me show that. You choose a class, favorite courses, doesn't matter which one, we'll just pick this one. Under the to, you can pick students and all students in the class. You can also do one by one, but you can just pick every student in the class. So students, everyone. Subject, so here, let's say it's Monday, I have no idea the dates, but January 20th. Okay, and then here we click send an individual message to each recipient. Now, whatever you send, it will go as an individual email to each student. Our invitation is that each evening or morning, if you prefer, but each evening you send out an email to your students for the next day's assignment. In the email, you can put your announcements for the day. You can share any insights. You can share any great comments or questions that you saw from the students the day before. This is just your chance to kind of personalize and send out a message to each student. And now what the students do, instead of having a separate document that they go into and respond to every question or assignment in their class, what they do is they just use this email and they will just click reply, and in the email itself, they write all their prompts, answer their questions, respond to their insights, etc. And then when they're done with the class that day, they send it to you. Now, what this does is, one, the teacher doesn't have to go in now and download every single document from each student, and students don't have to upload a document. All they do is respond to an email. When the teacher gets this response email, they then can right away take attendance. They know that that student participated that day, It gives them a chance to quickly read through what the student shared and to immediately respond to that individual student with thoughts, feedback, insights, etc. So that a student can actually see teacher response, whereas in the current page, that might not be an option. So each student each day gets an email from the teacher. Each student replies to the teacher with all their assignments and writing prompts for that day, which counts as their attendance. And then the teacher can, if they choose, respond to students with thoughts, feedback, and insights. And then that evening, they send out another email for the next day assignments. Our hope is that this process will greatly simplify, but also amplify the teacher-student relationship and interaction in the class, helping students then draw closer to the Savior with and through their teacher's efforts. Thank you so much.